How's it going, everybody? It's Mike from Mike's Homestead. And what I'm going to do today is I'm going to make a simple spaghetti sauce using some stewed tomatoes. And I got some fresh sweet basil and fresh oregano. And I froze some green onions. So we're going to get started here and I'm going to show you what I do. Well, for starters, I'm going to take my fresh tomatoes, maybe. Crack them suckers loose. There. Now what I've learned, the best thing to do, since these are still got seeds in them, stick them in the blender. Okay, got one butter. Now these were just boiled, that's all it is, boiled, peeled these things, and then I stewed them. Alright, give her a little whipsty-doo. Alright. Now what you're going to need is a food mill. This is an old school one. This was my grandpa's. When he passed away, they passed it down. And then what I do is I dump it in there. I'm going to strain all them seeds out of there. Do this other one right away. Dump that in there. Alright, let's put that over there, get the jars out of the way. Alright, you can see my pot. I'll give you just a little look inside. You just give her a little crank. And crank her up here and it'll knock them seeds out. So we'll crank her down. And I found it helps to go back and forth. This only takes a minute. There you go. Can you see that all right? Got all that seeds out of there. Alright, let me go dump those. Well, there's a finished container of sauce. And what I think I'm going to do is make a meat sauce, but I kind of got some kind of a crazy idea. So what I'm going to do is take this, set it off to the side for now. I got some fresh ground beef and a fresh onion and a couple green peppers. So this is what I'm going to do. Is I'm only going to use probably maybe half of this onion. I don't know if I really want the whole thing or not. And then clean that bugger off a little bit. Gotta love onions. See if I can start crying in the middle of this video. It wouldn't be the first time I cried from an onion. Alright, yeah, I can smell it. Woo, does that smell good. I love my onions. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to just chop them up as fine as I can. Because what we're going to do is we're going to steam some hamburger over some onions. Ooh, onions everywhere. I love onions. Yeah, I can feel the tears coming on. It's good stuff there. Woohoo! Alright, cut them up a little bit. I love the flavor of onions, but don't really like the slimy little bastards in my mouth, so I like to cut them up the best I can. Okay. drinking and my eyes are watering. Hey, what I'm gonna do. Woo. I'm just gonna peel a couple of these green peppers out. I really don't want a tremendous amount. Throw them back in the freezer. Let's cut them up into some really small slices. At least they won't make me cry as bad. Yeah, don't mind me, I'm kind of messy, but I get the job done. Alright. Now what I'm going to do, kind of clean this all up. Now what I'm going to do is I've been warming this up a little bit. I'm going to put a little olive oil in there. And maybe a little more. Heat up a little bit. My eyes are still watering. Kind of whoosh that around a little. Now we're going to take those onions and green peppers. Kind of start to caramelize them a little bit. Then, I think what I'll do, since I don't have any fresh garlic right now for some reason, I'm going to use some jarred minced garlic. I'm going to throw a little slab of that in there too. Alright, now while that caramelizes up a little bit, we're going to get our hamburger prepped, so we'll just let that sit there and do its thing. Well, we're going to get some fresh ground beef here. And what I've got in mind is a couple burger patties is what I'm thinking. I'm just going to break off a little bit. I'll make myself one fancy burger patty. And then I'm thinking maybe some of this, we'll just leave this loose in the sauce. It's just me tonight, so let's keep it simple. Yeah, I'm getting pretty darn hungry. Okay. So what I'm going to do is throw a little salt on these buggers. And I use sea salt. I got blood pressure problems, so I'm just going to a little sea salt. And a little black pepper. Alright, that thing's starting to caramelize pretty good. Stir them around a little bit. Turn this heat down a little bit now. And what I want to do is make a pile. Kind of a pile in the center. And what I'm going to do, take that burger I was talking about and just lay it right on the top of that pile. Now this loose ground beef, I'm just going to kind of shatter, lay it around the outside of it. Alright. Well now, I guess I just gotta sit here and steam this here burger, so I'm just gonna cover it up. Yeah, this will probably take a little bit because you don't want to flip the burger. You want that steam to go up through the burger and let that onions roll into that burger. So I guess I'm gonna let this thing steam off a little bit and we'll go back into it in a minute. So as you can see, my burger there is looking about done. So she's been steaming over that pile of onions and green peppers, so it should have a pretty nice flavor to it. So what I want to do is I want to take it off that pile. I can move that pile out. And then what I want to do is Set that burger on there and kind of crisp her up a little bit on the edges. Take and mix all that other meat up with all that other good, yummy stuff. Smells like a White Castle in here almost. Now all I want to do is just let that thing kind of simmer up a little bit, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to dump the sauce over it and just let it sit and soak in there, because we got to cook that sauce up yet now too. So I don't want this burger to disintegrate on me, which it might, but we'll see. Alright. Now what I'm going to do is take that sauce we set off to the side. We're going to dump it over it. And then what I want to do is I'm going to take this fresh oregano. We have oregano plant here. Dump some of that in there. And I have some fresh sweet basil. As you can notice, I take really close measurement on everything. Kind of a pinch of that and a pinch of this. A little bit of this and a little bit of that. And then, what I want to do is take some of that garlic. Instead, all I got is minced garlic. I wish I had some fresh, but I'll take a couple spoons of that and just kind of smear it around. Some flavor. And one thing I like to do with sauce, especially when you take it fresh like that, is it seems to get a little acidy. So what I like to do is take a little brown sugar, just put a little brown sugar in there, kind of a little coating around the top. Take some of that acid out of there, and it gives a little bit of a sweet flavor too. Alright. So now we got basically let that cook down for, I'd say 45 minutes to an hour, we'll say. And we'll see how it goes after that. Here, I'll let you take a look at it. Now, does that not look good? I'll give it a little stir around there. My burger's floating in there. I got some hamburger floating in there. Now all we gotta do is just let that thing cook. So we'll get back there in a minute. Well, everybody, it's been about an hour and 15 minutes, and my burger didn't make it, which I didn't think it would, but I got a really nice thick meat sauce here. This is some nice stuff here. So what I think I'm going to do, back on there, and I will set you back over here, and there's our fancy little plate. I drain off my noodles. Now what we got here, what I decided to make was some ravioli, some beef ravioli noodles. Lay them on that plate there. Shut this down. That's some good looking stuff here. Nice and thick and meaty. It smells delicious. It's kind of got a little sweet twang just because of the brown sugar, but it's got good amount of garlic and onions and just a very little bit of green pepper just to give it that little bit of vegetable flavor. So there we go. I don't know if that looks delicious or what, but I am starving and I think I'm going to eat that. So if you guys like this at all, I know it's kind of out of my realm. I'm sitting here making videos about food, but I actually cook all the time. So if you guys like this, please leave a comment. If you got any questions, ask me a question. And if you really like this, just, hit the old like button. So you guys take it easy and we will talk to you later. Bye.